What's going on, everybody? It's Monday. I'll keep this short and sweet. We got to go pick up some stuff. This is what we do. We're piece and grease. We buy pieces of stuff and we get greasy. I got to unload this truck from the shop truck gathering. Got home yesterday. We're going to unload this, put this on, strap it down, hit the road. Need that to load the lifts. Look at this huge toolbox up front. This new trailer. All right, here we go. We're heading up to my buddy Chad Williamson's work. We're gonna pick up two lifts, two rotary automotive lifts. One of them is his personal lift at the dealership, and we're gonna load them up. We're gonna sell one. We only need one, so let's go get them. Here we go. Hello, everybody. It's Monday night. It's been a long day. We'll show you the beginning of the day at the end of this video. But finally got a little piece around here, so I'm gonna lay under here, do a few things. Trying to get this 5.9 Cummins where it needs to be. Tilt it up. Get the, already got a drive shaft in there. Got a fixed yoke transmission. Got two carrier bearings. We're going to get that lined up. Get the motor tilted up. Then start tightening things up. Start hooking things up. Let's go underneath. We had an awesome time this weekend. We went to some truck shows. Well, truck show. Down at Cave City, Kentucky. Everywhere we go is a truck show. But I got to do a few things under here. Come under. I thought it was leaking. It is leaking, but it's just because the drain plug's loose. Put a little, I'll have to check it. I put new oil in it. When I fixed this oil pan already once. All right, now that's tight. Come back here. Back here's the action is taking place back here. So we gotta get, it's hard to film like this. All right, trying to get this lined up with that. I'm gonna go tomorrow and get the new U-joint. That way I can pull this out, throw a new U-joint in here, and it bolts right to that. I don't know where my other strap went. I had everything on here, so I'll have to find that stuff, but that's bent, so I can't use that anyway. But we can get it lined up. Yep, that's been sandwiched. Watusi'd, we call that around here. Gotta figure out about where she needs to be. This is in backwards. Well, maybe not. The motor sits in this frame crooked. Believe that or not. So I better go up front, take a good look. Sorry, my camera skills are lacking. I need a cameraman. It's hard. Show you something here about these trucks. The motor sits that way. This truck had an 8.1 gas motor in it. If you look at the cross member down there, the motor sits that way. So I'm gonna find basically the center of the motor. It looks like it's all sitting in there crooked. But it's also sitting on the firewall back here. So I gotta decide what I want to do there. I may just move it forward and have that. I thought about just moving it forward and having that drive shaft lengthened, just that short piece. That way I don't have to put my motor where the drive shaft is, because the drive shaft wasn't made for this motor anyway. It had a 8.1 NV 4500 in it. So I'm gonna, apparently I need to jack it up some more. So I'm gonna crawl under there. I'll let you watch. All right, she's taking shape. Need to go get my bobcat so I can really adjust on it. Met some great people this weekend, and they all had nice things to say. That's great. But I encourage everyone to get out and work on something. That's what I told everybody. It's nice to meet you. Get out and work on something. So I got steel plates on here. I don't know if they're going to work or not. Got some steel plates right here. And I don't have them all the way tight, so I'm going to tighten them up. That was actually, I was showing you how to loosen them right there. Now I'm going to tighten them for real. Yep. What I'll probably do is just weld that motor in there. I'll weld these plates to there. I want to get it fitting a little better. And then everything else will have to go from there. I'm not going to run a radiator up front. I'm going to come to regret that later. I'm not going to run a radiator in the front. I'm going to run 2 radiators in the back. And it's not going to work. So I'm hard-headed and we're going to try it anyway. We're going to front end. I'm going to try to mount the battery up here. I'll have another battery. We'll do the 1-wire alternator again like we did from DC Electric in Mooresville, Indiana. Will get us another $240. You can't beat that. No AC compressor on this bad boy. It's had a new water pump. This motor runs good, fires right up, and we're going to have it running in a couple days. As soon as I get the motor mounts tack welded in and get some transmission lines run, we can start it. But I don't think it's coming back out. We may have to move it forward. And then look at all this room right here. All that. That's not even going to be hard. Just the angle, come in, fill some holes. It's a solid old truck. Once I fixed it, spiders are living in it. I got this fuel cell laying around. We're going to put it in just to get it running. Hopefully there's no bees in here. Got a brake pedal here off of something. I don't remember what. The problem is when you let them sit, you don't work on them, you forget where you's at. I do it all the time. I hate that. I got a GMC RV steering column. I'm gonna get the seat out. I'm gonna have the stock seats redone. I have the front and the back. I'm just gonna have somebody redo them. The truck's so small, you really can't find anything that fits it good. So I just want some nice old ball glove leather. So, instead of just doing the floor pan replacement, I built 5" by, some of it's 5", some of it's 3" by 2" steel tubing. There's a good socket. It's real solid. All I gotta do inside is get the transmission where it's gotta be and finish fabbing that up. I'm gonna make it as much leg room as possible. I'm just gonna have gas pedal, brake pedal. We're gonna stay automatic with this one. I have a 4-speed, 2-wheel drive transmission. I'm gonna probably have fire pump build. So let's keep getting this motor situated. Try not to talk and work, but we have a lot of new subscribers and people don't really know what all's going on around here. Trying to get it angled up like the other side. It ain't all the way tight. Seems to fit better if they kick down a little bit. I'm gonna make a bold statement and take the chain off. Take the chain off and you won't need it. Beautiful night out. Birds are chirping. Might try to get Sammy and Jennifer to go for a night swim later. It's that kind of day around here in Ohio. Alright. Real simple. 12 valve here. I already got a fuel cable made up. Throttle linkage, I mean. These guys hook right in already. We may go ahead and get brave and hook those up. So we got a 3/8 fuel line running off stock lift pump, and this is injector return line. If you don't have that hooked up, you're going to be pouring diesel fuel right on the ground. Trust me, did it. These are the stock fuel lines. I just got to figure out what's what, see if they're any good. I know that one's the front. And then I only see there's 2 fronts there. I don't see a rear. We might have to run a rear brake line. But Jesse Corson gave me this frame. Thanks, buddy. You helped me a ton, actually. I love it. I love you for it. With the motor being kicked over to one side, there's no wrong or right way to measure anything. I just eyeball it, and I mean, there's nothing to measure from. So I'll just use your eyes, I guess. Use your best judgment. Looks like it still, to me at least, needs to go that way some more. Get over there and try, kick her over. That was a big movement. Still needs more though, I think. Right there. Got her tilted up. Looks like it's still leaning a little bit. What do y'all think? It's weird. I've never seen a frame with an engine in it sideways. Kicked over to one side. Might have to get my Bobcat and lift it a little bit. What do we got? I don't have nothing here to lift with right at the moment. Probably shouldn't unhook the chain. I might have to pull it forward a little bit. A solid bumper. We're gonna use that for an air tank. So what that is a commercial building beam. Not a beam, but a pole. I think that's 8-inch. Maybe it's 6, but 8-inch square. We cut it, tapered it, welded it. It's all TIG welded. Welded to the frame. Going to use it for an air tank. I have fittings for it, and we're going to weld those on. Then I'll put a gauge on it, and I'll pressurize that with air. Kind of going to be like a recovery vehicle, so it'd be nice to have a little air. Might put a winch on there too, so we can pull you out. I got this little winch thing in a scrap vehicle I got. Square body. Let's see if it'll work. Just want to pull the motor forward about 1 inch. Yeah, going right, it worked. So that gives us plenty of room back here at the firewall for activities. Blah. You may or may not have noticed, because I cut the sleeves off mine and messed it up. We got new shirts, and we're going to have a lot more shirts, but we had to get started somewhere, so we used the old Diablo Verde. That's what we call the green C50, because he's the green devil. And we had some made up. This is what they look like. Come to our house, they're 20. Catch us at a show, they're 25. If you're a kid and you're a fan, you might just get one for nothing. So walk up, talk up, let's build something together. Pulling on that, straighten the engine. Look at it. Broadway. I'd call that Broadway. Wouldn't you? I'm going to get under there, see how it looks underneath, but it's almost ready to tack weld in. So right here, I'm going to get in there with a wire wheel, grinder wheel, clean that out. That's going to be a bead right down through there. Look like Jesse James himself, bike builder, did it. Right here's our electric. This is for our Tesla. We plug this in, makes this spin. We got a downpipe. Transmission's never been off. I drove this donor truck. I know it works. So up and away. We will probably hook up power steering lines now. We got vacuum here for vacuum brakes. I'm not sure what we're going to run yet. We might just throw a booster on it. These things really didn't come with Hydro Boost. They didn't need them. They just really, I mean, I love Hydro Boost with big cams and stuff, but really on this, I don't think we'll need it. Here's our wires that make it run. Dodge power steering line's hooking up to a GM frame, O-ring style. Maybe not this one. Find you one of these at an antique store, fill it up. It's way better than WD-40. Move that up a little bit. We try to encourage people to build things. I don't even have a plasma cutter, 110 welder. Get out and build something. It's not going in very good. There it went. Didn't have my angle right. And if you got a shirt, I'll trade you one of mine for yours. I wear 2XL. And I like black because I'm too fat for white. Look, power steering lines are hooked up, just like that. We got power steering. Check it off. Get you one of those. That's a DBR Salas right there, Sala. 78. I pulled a car on a trailer with this thing, about cranked my arm off. I look like that guy in traffic the other day in Kentucky. All right. Moving along. She's sitting pretty. We got firewall clearance, except for one bolt. So we can have a cab off in 3 minutes if we ever got to take that out. All right, we made a little progress today. Next step is the transmission lines are not hooked up. And I'm gonna run -6 AN lines with fittings. I have to make those up, but I'm gonna start it up soon. So I'm gonna just loop this. When I was young, probably the worst thing and best thing I ever did was derby car. And derby car taught me a lot about wrenching. It also taught me a lot about waste of time. So I try not to do that anymore. I see these guys build these derby cars, man. They got more money in these derby cars than I got in a car that goes up and down the road. Teach your own. No, I ain't knocking it. I just don't do it. So for just moving something around and being able to start it so you ain't puking your transmission out, running your pump dry, we're going to hook this baby up We're gonna call this old looper. I don't know. This is just a piece I had laying around. So if we mess it up, no big deal. We're gonna screw that in, then we'll figure out how to get the rest in. All right, we're in the belly of the beast here. You can see what's going on. We got to get some, we're gonna fill this up so we can fire this baby up. We'll do a will it start. Guys online saying, should've got Duramax. Well, I don't like Duramax, buddy. So I don't know why you think I should need one. But if you want Duramax, drive that puppy. Shit, I thought it was going in. I'm trying not to ruin this piece of pipe or tubing, because I can cut it. And I already got my ends hooked up. Flare the end a little bit, put some rubber line on there. Which ain't the proper way to do it. I'd rather use the A-end lines and screw in fittings. Then if you got line that's bad, you can just throw a new one on there. She ain't tightening up at all. That ain't gonna work. That ain't right. So, got to use the A-end fittings. We just learned something. Even if it's the right thread, it ain't going to always be the right tube. That sucker's got a deep hole. All right. Scratch that idea. All right, we're back. That didn't work. Maybe this will. Boy, that hurt. I ain't gonna lie. That knocked my brains out. Oh! Alright. I don't know where I'm at because I just smoked my head. Are you gonna screw in there? Well, apparently this ain't it either. So that'll be strike two. When you think you got something figured out. Maybe I'm still knocked out. I don't know. I'm not having no luck tonight. This is the reality of it. Sometimes it ain't great. This is what happens when you step away from the project. So they're apparently nowhere near the same. Now I feel like it looks exactly the same. I don't know why they won't go in. but it won't. It's got an O-ring on it. I mean, it's tight. It's not real tight. I'm using one hand, but I don't love it. It's not cross-threading. Alright, so this here is a -6 fitting. And what I'll end up having is this will be on there. I'll go ahead and finish tightening it once I crawl under there. I'll have that on there. Line will go whoop. Line on there will go whoop. And back to my cooler. I like a good sealed unit. I don't like to trust hose clamps because they fail. I used to do tug a truck, and one time I was in a good hook with old Tim Blair, and I had a transmission line blow. 3500 stall, started making power. Next thing I knew, I was smelling tranny fluid on fire. I think it'll be all right. We get that O-ring. I'm not pushing it real hard. It's not stripping it out. Somebody's shooting some big stuff. Yeah, that ain't all the way tight. Got that going. Where are they shooting? That's far away. I think we got her snug. I don't want to smash the O-ring into oblivion. I can't see. She's not tight yet. I don't know if I like it, but we gotta live with it. Gotta build a transmission mount up in here, so we're gonna figure that out. Maybe just something across the top of the frame. May not even need this one down here. I'm just gonna solid mount it. The engine's gonna be welded to the frame anyway, so it's not gonna hurt anything, I don't think. Gotta figure out a shifter. Probably just work off of this. Is that first, second, third, neutral, reverse, drive, park. Build something off of that. Alright, there's park right there. First. Second. Neutral. Alright. That's where we need to build park off of. Got something in my eye. Fuel lines run. She's in park. Tomorrow I'll make these 2 lines. I just got 1 line that'll be a loop. I'll tack weld those motor mounts in. We'll throw a battery in it and start it. Should start. It's full of oil. This is a heavy duty frame. This should last me a long time once I get this baby rolling. This will go down the highway good, straight. Do everything we need it to do. Look at all that real estate. We'll just custom wire everything ourselves. Just gonna have lights everywhere. Look at the double frame. This truck is built to haul. It's got a Dana 80. I'm not sure on the gear. We're gonna figure that out. I'll let you know. All right, we're back. Going to throw the old, that's a small pipe, I know, but it's what it is. We're gonna run it. It'll be all right. We'll improve on that later. It's a 5-inch down pipe instead of a 3. Got 3-inch restriction coming off the turbo though. Like a glove. Look at that. All right, we got our down pipe in. Look at that. There's daylight. It don't look like much, but there is. I'm gonna cap that, clean that out, cap it so it don't rust, and clean that edge up. Probably come off of that with another support, just because I know how important that is. That's just to hold it on there in place where I want it. Then I'm gonna come off of here down and make everything tight to the frame. But man, we're moving. We are moving along. Probably gonna run no heater on this one again because I don't drive them in the winter. Get me a little beater, drive it around. Plenty of room for a floor. Everybody badmouths automatics, man, but you guys hot rod stuff too. You hot rod stuff and you break it on purpose. I don't get that. I'm not that guy. But I got a lot done tonight. See, that's the goal. Get a little bit done. Sun's about to go down, and it's been a big day. That's the original corners from the original bed. So I saved them, and that's going to be the front coming at you. Got my stack holes cut. I stole the stacks for the other truck, but we'll get another set. My plan is to finish welding all this bed up, have it sandblasted, paint it. I'm not painting the truck, I'm painting the bed. I don't want it to rust because I'm proud of what I build, so I want to do it once. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to try to knock out some stuff, fire this engine up, and the only reason I want to fire it up is because that's motivation. Always motivates you. I'm going to clean up those motor mounts, run me a bead of weld across there. It don't have to be much. I'm gonna make a motor mount or a transmission mount. It almost looks like I can go straight across with a dip down, a dippity do, and I'll probably just use something like channel steel that's recessed out. Simple, man, keep it simple. Get the motor running, bolt it in, I can get the drive shaft fitted, I can start getting the steering column lined up. Once I get the steering column mounted and that hooked up, it's gonna have power steering. I can start it and move it. I'm going to go full on with the brakes. And this is the name of her. Not really, but this is a trailer special. It's gonna haul one and pull one, no matter what it takes. But that motor is sitting good. I'm gonna wrap it up for the night, Monday night. I'm gonna come back in the morning, hit it hard. We got that motor sitting in there good. It's not perfectly level, but it's fine. It's up against the floor with room to move, and got the fuel lines run to the back. I got the fuel cell sitting there. We're gonna bolt it in there, put some diesel fuel in that. Got the power steering lines hooked up today. Those are all in. Got tranny lines, adapters installed, and got the downpipe installed. We're moving along. It's going to be nice to hear it run. I haven't heard this motor run in a little while, to be honest with you, but we're going to put a 1-wire alternator on it. No radiator up front. The front end's just going to sit there. It's going to look like the devil coming at you. You won't know where the radiator's at. We're going to hit you with the old, where's the radiator surprise? That's not really a surprise. It's just actually, I'm an idiot, and that's where it's going to be, and it probably won't work. But we'll have to figure it out as we go. Going to start mocking up these bottom rails, get my corners back on, and get her buttoned up. I'm the guy, and I'll get it done. There's a ground I'll hook up, tighten all my motor mounts up tomorrow, weld those in, keep moving along. I'm happy with the progress. I haven't worked on it in a while, so it's good to see things happening. And it won't be long. You're going to see this one moving around. Slow feet don't eat. What's going on, everybody? We're hard at it. We've been to some shows. We've been slacking. Now we're getting ready to get back at it. We're going to do something a little different tonight. I got a camera woman. So Jennifer behind the camera, so I can just not worry about being a horrible camera guy, and I can get to work. Motor's in. It's level enough. Motor mount plates are in that I made. I'm going to take this. I'm going to clean them up both sides. We're getting ready to go. I got the welder out. Once I clean them up, I'll skip around. I'll come back. We're going to burn those in, tack, side to side. Back here, that's coming. But she's just going to film while I work, and we're going to try to kill some things real quick and get some stuff done. So this is what everyone's been asking for. How you doing today, babe?
So good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Let me just wipe my face here before I get started.
Get your face cleaned up?
Yeah, I gotta get my I gotta get my glasses clean.
Yep.
Shout out to my buddy.
Uh-oh.
Here comes
the wildling.
Boy. He's on camera. Look here.
Look.
This is my son. He's almost as tall as me.
The rarest seen human in our videos.
Practicing football. He don't want to give you a flex off, but he's probably stronger than I am. Get over here, huh? Story's been working out. 4-hour practices. Get up there and watch how it's done, buddy. Here we go. Time out. It's all about safety around here, isn't it? That's a rare appearance from the second generation. See up there laying down? He probably split when he seen that camera. Watch for sparks, babe. The world's most dangerous job is actually running a grinder. You didn't know that, did you? Let's hope we got enough juice to get her done here. Should weld outside. The wind will mess with you. We'll have to turn it up. Alright, now don't focus too closely on my welds because they're going to get to criticizing me for that, wouldn't they?
Probably.
This little baby don't have enough, oh, this might be dead. If this is dead, then we've got a halt in production. Oh, I'm the best welder that's ever been on this property, I think. You know who's the last person to use this welder? Not me. Well, Merlin.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just thought of it. The golden handle. Get a view of that. That's the golden handle. That's probably the best it's welded in its whole life. Merlin Johnson, last guy to weld with this. Thanks, Merlin. Glad you made it home, buddy. You could focus right on that. They'll trip. People will trip. There's people run businesses can't weld that good. And luckily the motor's only got 80 horse, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Get a drink from my sponsor here, Diet Mountain Dew. We might have a special treat coming up here in just a few minutes. Oh yeah. You ever remember Back to the Future? Michael J. Fox, when I was a kid, Back to the Future. You know what that welding right there feels like? When he was playing that guitar at the dance.
Oh, yeah.
He was tearing it up and those people was looking at him. They didn't know what to think. Because he was playing Johnny B. Good and he was shredding. I'm shredding right here. Look at that. Did you hear how that Hobart was singing right there?
I did.
That sounded like Billy Strings. Meet me at the creek.
That's a really tall comparison.
That's babe, I just welded that with a 110 welder. That's like playing Black Sabbath on a ukulele. Nobody can weld as good as me.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
just kidding. Well, the good news is that's all the welding we got to do. Huh?
Huh?
Uh-huh. Unhook the ground, babe. Careful, could be a little bit hot.
Yeah, it's real hot. I need your gloves.
I'll get it.
That was a setup.
Did it burn you?
No, I tested it first because I'm
So,
not a dummy.
come over here. Let's show what's going on. First gen Cummins, first gen stock top mounts, piece of what looks like to be 5/16, 3/8 thick plate welded to the frame, bolted to the engine. It all unbolts. It moves around. That hole's a little bigger. There's some shimmy and some shake. Going to make you earthquake. We was able to fit I think that's a 4-inch downpipe. It's tight, but it also, but look, we was at a car show this weekend. I'm going to show you something real quick. This is probably like, I love Hot Wheels, and Hot Wheels are like 99 cents. But these are like sometimes 5 to 10 to 12, and if they're rare, they're worth a lot. These were sitting on a truck, and it said free, in loving memory of Cade Frey. I don't know who Cade Frey was, but whoever's doing this, pass it on. I'm going to hang this on my wall because I collect die cast, and it's a square body. I thought that was pretty neat, wasn't it? I don't know. I was blown away by it. We had a really good time. I better put it out of the way. All right, we got the motor mounts welded. We're moving right along. I know the transmission's empty because I cleaned a lot of it up. So we're going to put some fluid in the transmission. I filmed a little bit fixing the lines. I got just a looped line on there because we don't know where we're going to put the transmission cooler. But I don't want it to run empty, so we're going to fill it up. We're going to put something in it. We're firing this up, no radiator. We're just going to make sure it runs. When you do this, it's a motivator. When you hear your project run with the motor that's going to be in it when you're done, fire up. There's nothing that'll motivate you more than that. That's enough for now. We know it's not dry. I'm going to brag about my funnel here in about 5 seconds. I'm going to brag about my funnel. Get me another drink of Diet Mountain Dew. I wish we could really play some good music while we do this, don't you?
I do.
All right. We don't have time to wait for that. Check this out, babe. This little funnel. I forget where I got this. Look at that, huh? Now what? That's pretty trick, ain't it? Okay. Let's put that back in. This engine probably has more horsepower than all the Mazingos combined. They'll get a kick out of that. Let's make sure nothing's going to rip off once we start it. Oh, I didn't say start it, did I? Did I say start it? I want to do a pre-spoiler. This is not a will it start. This is I know it runs. There's a difference, right? This motor, I don't want to lie. I had a C10 sitting here. This motor was in it. I had it running. The oil pan was damaged. I took the oil pan off. I fixed it. I fired it up once after that. And that's about it. It leaked oil because it had it's got oil in it. Save. I never could run it long because it would just puke transmission fluid on the ground. Come back here, babe. I'll use temporarily so we can hear it run, move it, and everything. This is the supply to the engine. I'm just going to leave these long because I don't know where the fuel tank will go eventually. There's a lot we don't know. I'd like to run like some nice chrome saddle tanks on it. What do you think? Like little semi-looking little tanks?
Yeah, that look cool.
Something like old Jeff Clemens stuff in them. Oh,
I always like his style.
yeah. One guy, Aaron, he went to Corey's. He had 2 chrome.
I seen him.
And the one was a fake. Did you see that? That was cool.
That was cool.
I never even thought of that. So, bravo. All right, we got our supply hooked up. We got our return injector return line hooked up. Check this out. Not every truck's got this. Huh? What do you know about that? That might be dangerous. This is one of those we don't want to talk about. Gas cans. Any squirrels in there? Whoa! You gotta know something about me. I'm the messiest pourer ever in the history of pouring. I could get 6 funnels and I'll still make a mess. Can you pour good? That's already collapsing my thumb. There, I'm better now. So, some of you may have noticed I'm not the skinniest fella. This right here is like a third hand. I only weigh 225 or 8. But just that little bit of girthy dad bod is holding this gas can perfectly, and I don't have to use my arms. I'm just holding it up. My belly's supporting it.
Oh, gosh.
Is it leaking?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I bet it fires right up. Cleaning that chrome right there. Get some more in it here. The more I put in it now, the less I gotta put in it later, huh?
It's true.
Fast forward through this part. Unless they want to see it. You guys want to see it? Comment below if you like watching me pour gas. Think it'll start?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put more in it later when I'm on my own time. And we know it's got fuel in it. Never had anything in this. It's not ever had gas in it. I love that. That's how I do all of them at first. Ouch. Alright, where are we at? So you ever seen UFC?
Yeah.
You know what that guy says at the beginning?
No.
Say it.
I don't
Look, I've been wishing I had this. Look at that. I was just thinking, this is true happiness. I didn't know where that was. That goes on there. Oh my God, hell yeah, brother. That's going to make things handy right there. Okay, sorry, got sidetracked. All right. You ever seen the movies when they just go, that's what we're fixing to do.
And they call that a hot wire.
That's what I do. I hot wire things.
I know a song like that.
All right.
We can't play it.
Hot wire. Okay. Now there's 2 wires on here. Where's the other one at? I had them both hooked up. I ain't sure which one's to shut off. I'm not an expert. There it is. I think this is the one we need right here. Del McCurry says, hot wire, don't he?
Yeah.
Hot wire. My brother's got a lady. She don't mess around. Is that how it goes?
You're not allowed to sing it, probably.
They don't shut you off if I'm singing it. You ready? Nothing yet. I got ether. It's in the other truck. I don't want to hit it with the ether if I don't have to, but I might have to. So we're hot.
You win.
I'm ready. Don't give it none now. I sprayed it. If it starts, give it a little bit. You ready?
Yeah.
Give it a little spray. All right. A little more.
Oh, I missed.
Hit the hole. Hit the hole.
I did.
There you go. Well, now what? Let's drive it. Okay. No better sound in the world than a Cummins. Out of steering. And that is why you don't build engines or do anything but buy Cummins. Excuse that. That's just air puking out of the lines. I think that was a pretty successful video. What do you think?
Got some work done.
The motor is mounted.
Yeah.
Power steering is blowing out everywhere.
That's perfect. I love that.
But it's coming to life.
That's imperative when you're building something. You have to let it spew.
Well, it is. What I should have done there, crowd, is jacked it up, took the pressure off, and turned it. It's back feeding the air out. I got oil dry, don't worry, EPA. But it's not leaking transmission fluid, and it's not leaking oil. And
It started.
yeah, let's see if it'll start again. You want to see if it'll start again? Maybe that was a fluke. Let's see if it'll start again.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Just wants to keep running.
It won't stop. All right. So, the only thing left to do here is everything else. But I'm going to fit this. This has to drop 3 inches. We're going to make a mount for that. Mount this. This stays no matter what the fenders. Hear me out. Check this out. Now, maybe I'm nuts, but I'm almost considering running no fenders at all. Have this mounted solid, have the hood on it, and everything solid with the hood on it. Open-sided semi. What do you think?
I don't see it, but maybe you do.
So I got the fenders, but they're real roached out. They fit along here. They bolt to that. They come around here. They come down. I think, I could build it to run without them, and they can be put on or taken off. You know what I mean? It'll look better with them, but it'll also be able to be driven without them. Because my buddy out in Arizona is going to find me a better 40 Chevy front end. I just know it.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
So, we're going to stop here, let this cool down. We'll tarp it because this is Ohio. And next is keep going. We're going to jump on. We got a new lift for the shop. I showed some videos of buying it and selling it, but we're going to install it, finish the door. Got to get the shop right. Do a little electric work. Might bore you to death with that. We got to get the C20 out, set up the lift. Go, go, go. Go do something. Do it yourself. Figure it out. We'll see you. When are we going to put this out?
Sunday.
This should be out Sunday. We're having internet issues here in the big city. So hopefully this will be out Sunday, and we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Here we are. This is what we came for. We got 2 rotary asymmetrical lifts. These are great lifts. They're very expensive these days, but I got these because my buddy works here. We're going to be selling one, so if you know anybody looking, if it's not sold by the time you see this, they're very affordable. This is how I get things. I buy them on the cheap. Might need a little work, but that's life. So I'm gonna strap them down, go from there, see what we got. All right, just washed my hands with my sink here. There's some nasty grease on these puppies, years of work. Gonna clean them up. That guy's flying around, all roofing, all siding. He does it all. But we got these lifts loaded up. Look at that. What is that? That's a magnet. All right. About to head back to the house, stop and get some snacks, and go to the house and work on some 40 ramp truck tonight. So we'll see you in a little bit.